Black community, we're very relatable. 60% of my clientele is the Muslim community. The woman picks the real estate because most people don't want their wives running around with another man.
Waking up at 4:30 allows you to have this balance?
Yes, I actually hate it every day. Everything I did not like to do, that's what actually made me successful.
What does success in real estate look like to you?
Success is not always about money. Success is about... I will say that majority of my clients are people of color, right? Mm-hmm. In the beginning, I felt like it was more the Black community. I had so many...
I know, and even your preferred lender.
Well, he's my number one lender. Hopefully, till we ride this to the end. I'm so comfortable with him right now, thankfully. Major money matters. I'll shout him out on this video, but great lender.
The importance of having
a good lender partner.
Yes, and he understands. Like the thing is like, you know, the Black community, we're very relatable. You know, and when I call other people from, you know, like if you call Bo, right? Yeah. It's the same relationship. It's the same, we go through the same things, right? Yeah. So at the end of the day, is it helpful? I feel like it's helpful it makes our community, I'm like their go-to person.
Yeah. It's identifiable,
right?
First of all,
and
right?
It's like,
obviously this person shares the same faith as me.
Where is the mosque? Where is,
which schools? Which Islamic schools are better?
I have a Google form that has all the Islamic schools in Dallas.
Amazing.
And I could just send that straight out to my clients,
you
right?
Share that.
Because 60% of my clientele is the Muslim community.
Well, I mean, I think we have a lot of, or is that just me?
We do, but we have everything. I mean,
we do have everything, but I think
she's got a little bit of everything too.
Yeah, I have a little bit of everything.
But you're right, 60% being the majority.
So I think, you know.
So you have this social media platform that you've built, and it's very easily identifiable. Obviously, this woman is Muslim, so she'll know what it is that I need. She'll be able to identify with me and understand where my kids, should go to school.
Because in our community, the woman picks the real estate. That's how I feel like. I feel like because most people don't want their wives running around with another man, showing them a house. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And they're the financial people, so they're the providers, right?
Yeah.
Like in our community, it's in our religion. Mm-hmm. Our money is our money, their money is our money. Right? Yeah. So we make the decision. The woman in our community is the ones that make the decision on the house. So they feel more comfortable. So sometimes the man will approach me and say, hey, could you please show us the house? I'll run around with their wife. They'll come in and they'll just, validate the deal at the end.
Yeah.
We'll run the numbers together, right?
Right.
And so, and then, asking me about my Islamic financing lenders, who do I trust? Who do I know? Just having all those connections, again, plugging them into resources that I have worked really hard for. I feel like I'm so grateful right now in my business. I'm at a point where I was just telling one of my colleagues this, that I'm so comfortable with my circle, my title partners, my friends, and it took a lot of damage and hurt to get here. Mm-hmm. My lender partners, I'm very comfortable, and it's a very small circle. I'm not gonna, and you guys are maybe different than me, and most agents are like, I need 3 lenders. I need 1 good lender. Mm-hmm. That's it. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's like my lender, if he can't figure it out, I have another lender. You never want to close doors or burn bridges, right? But you want to consistently be able to lean on each other because those are our business partners. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, they're successful because of us. We're successful because of them. It goes back and forth. Mm-hmm. We need them, and just as much as they need us.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're going to do right by you because you continue to give them business, and vice versa. And they're going to do right by your clients because if you...
And I hold them accountable. If the client goes away, what happened?
Right.
Okay? Mm-hmm. So I got to backtrack, and then you start to lose... When that I keep hearing the conversation of he was like this or she was like this, then it's kind of like, all right, I'm going to be a little, not going to really give these deals as much as I used to.
I just love what you represent because you are the opposite of, first of all, we're in Texas, and I always need to highlight that because, we're in a conservative place where we've got a majority, American white population, and then you come along and the stereotype is, the hijab is supposed to be something that, it signifies oppression, right?
Oppressed women.
And instead, you completely signify women empowerment in Islam because you are in front of the camera, you're out there, you are killing it in real estate, you are bringing in a ton of money into your household, right? Yeah. And your husband is so supportive of you.
Yeah.
Was it always that way with your husband, or tell us about that?
He's always been supportive. He's very supportive, and he's very happy. And I was like, why don't you tell me congratulations when I close on a deal? He's like, so he's in the car business. He's like, do you tell me congratulations when I sell a radio? It's a
radio and a house. It's two different things.
And I go to him, exactly. I was like, but we're both in sales, but we're very opposite. Like, he's so opposite of me. Mm-hmm. My client appreciation party is coming Friday, and it's 2 stories. There's a kitchen upstairs. He's like, yes, there's another upstairs. Like, he needs to go away. Yeah, like, I'm the one that's always like
in the
making
limelight.
relationships and
networking.
And I'm always like, go make other friends. He's like, you're my friend. I'm like, I can't be everything. Okay, I just can't be everything.
He's one of those.
Yeah, he just like, you go do it.
Oh my God, Amr is the opposite.
So y'all
he's
both
like my
met
deal
him.
closer.
Y'all both met him. He's pretty quiet.
He's so sweet,
but he's very sweet and he's very cute, and he's an amazing father.
He's a great father.
Yeah, very, very good.
4 girls he had, and he's like,
very
but he's like their buddy.
I know, so cute.
It's crazy. Yeah. They're like so cute. All of them.
But he's supportive of your career.
He's very supportive of my career. But there was like a time in our marriage where it was hard. Like 2020, 2021, 2022. I remember. I had a videographer and, walk this way and wear this and
this
stuff like
angle,
that.
And he's
and
like.
So I will tell you, I will say this, my DMs have changed, right? Mm-hmm. Like, it's more like, I want to buy a house, right? Before, I didn't see what he was seeing, but because he's a man, he's seen it. But I always took it as like, you're just being jealous.
Yeah.
Like, cut it out. Seriously. But,
Wait, what do you mean? Tell me about your DMs before.
I remember you telling me a story about this.
Are you married or, can we, whatever.
You were getting hit up.
Yeah. So, at the end of the day, it's not comfortable for my husband to know, like, other people are realizing, like, I'm his wife.
You're a beautiful woman, and again, it definitely helps in this business.
Yeah, but it's tough to be a woman in this business, though, because we work with men.
Yeah,
we are showing houses to men. We are talking to them about their finances
all the time. Every time the phone
we're trying
rings.
to help them.
You talk to more men than you do women when it comes to negotiating deals. So.
There was a client of mine, he went through a divorce and, I felt bad. I was like, when he went through that divorce, he was like, I'm not going to have anything but one couch. I was like, I go to him, don't worry about it. I got you. Mm-hmm. But, at that time, it's hard. It's really difficult. I hope I'm never there, but at the end of the day, it's definitely something that you need to be a little bit compassionate about. It's not like he's just going to buy a house. Oh my God, and I'm going to be done, right? Yeah. I ended up finding him a house that was fully furnished. Model home. He bought the model home with the coffee maker in it. Like, it was done.
You're so good.
It was a David Weekley, and it's like God takes and God gives, know. But at the end of the day, I can understand from his point of view, looking back at things, there's certain things like, I was like, why do you have to get mad because I'm sitting on a bed taking a picture?
Yeah, because the insinuation is like, come on this bed with me.
Yeah,
men are so crazy. That's not why we're doing it. Okay, but I'm
this woman
is covered from head to toe. But she's too sexy in her hijab covered from head to toe. Yeah. Because there's a lot of we look at there's the women who get attention in real estate. They're probably not selling a lot of real estate.
No.
But it's because booties are hanging out.
But I will tell you, a lot of men, a lot of guys always stop me and say, I don't know who you are, especially when I go to those Real Producer events and the D Magazine events. I really respect you. Because most women in this industry are half naked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is like,
sex sells.
You would understand.
That's the connotation,
but if you understand how many men find you much more respectable, but I will, like, they find you much more they respect you more in this industry. You don't have to do that. You really don't. You can be successful just by, if that's all you have to sell, then I'm sorry. Then you're in the wrong industry.
It helps that you're beautiful.
Yeah.
It helps that you dress well. You present very well. But yes, they respect you because you don't have everything hanging out in order to sell. You're a classy woman 5%. And you're at the top. Yeah. And you're completely modest, which is not what it's not what you always find. You always see these women on Instagram.
I think for me, those awards mean a lot more to me too. Like, somebody's like, you're in the top 5% in Texas. And I was like, it means a lot more to me because I'm hijab. I'm showing other Muslim women you could do it. Right?
100%.
And so I get a lot of those DMs.
You are completely breaking all of the stereotypes.
You're breaking cultural and societal norms of being a woman that is
but in our community, you see that there's a lot of successful women. They're all doing everything in the hijab. And
but they're not as present as you are.
But they're not as
You're out there, right?
Your social media presence
So, okay,
really
I want to
great.
hear a little bit about the social media journey, because would you say that you get, at least it seems like you get a large portion of your business from social media?
Yes.
And how did you, I feel like you were kind of at the forefront of when that became a thing.
How many followers do you have right now?
7,000 organic followers.
That's a lot of organic followers.
Yeah. I mean, I've never bought followers. I mean, I'm always like, how do you get to 150,000? How do you get to... But I always, in my business and in the way that I do in my full capacities, it's all about quality rather than quantity. I want quality buyers and sellers in my DMs, right? And so it's not about, how many followers. And I did not get a listing this year because I didn't have enough followers. They went with another Compass agent because she had more followers than me, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
But that's fine. It's okay.
To equate the amount of followers you have to your level of professionalism and expertise is like absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely.
Which we've had clients do that before.
Yeah. I mean, I can understand. I think, okay, it's about exposure. How much exposure is my listing going to get? But like you said, it's quality exposure.
Yeah.
Are these people there just to see me have my boobs and my butt hanging out? Are they there because they're actual buyers who are qualified, who are going to buy your listing or who are in the market?
Or just being able to negotiate and handle the deal from A to Z. I mean, you can get a house under contract, but can you close it?
Yeah.
I mean, it is really tough what we do, and I just think that we sometimes make it look easy, and what it takes to do what we do, given, especially you, with where we are with our children and their ages and stuff like that.
So when did the light go off for you for social media? Tell us a little bit about your social media. I think you've shifted in multiple times. You're constantly kind of reinventing yourself with what type of videos you are shooting.
Yeah, I'm doing something new, but
you are doing,
I'm just
I
trusting
love it.
the process.
I love the new stuff.
You do?
I love it. When you're like, let's talk about this $100,000 kitchen. What makes $100,000 kitchen?
I feel very salesy, but I mean, I'm trusting him, and I'm like, hey,
it's different. It's cool.
Different. It's no one's doing it,
and people want to know. Design is important.
And I felt like I was one of the very few girls that was doing videos.
Yeah.
And now everyone's doing the same thing. They're stroking the countertops and they're stroking the couches, and it's like,
I started that. I was like, that was all me. Stroking that countertop.
Yeah. So yes, tell me about the social media journey. How did it start? Was there like one video that went viral and you were like, eureka?
I mean, I trusted the process honestly through, my videographers. Again, it was like in the beginning, I think my videography, what I was doing, I just hired a guy that actually just popped into one of my open houses and was like, can I just do a video in here? And then I was like, do you do videos? And that's how it kind of all started. I really liked them. We worked really well together. He moved, but I needed something more than that. I outgrow people fast. That's another problem I have. It's probably not a problem, but I feel like I get bored of people, and I need something different, right? So I guess that's part of the business.
Well, on the creative aspect, but you just got done saying that you have your go-to lending partner, you have your go-to title partner, but like when it comes to the creativity,
creativity, I need people to be more creative.
Yeah.
Right. And so I'm not going to just sit there and say, well, what do I say next, and what do I do next? Because I remember when I shot my first video, and it was like one of my this is Linda Awad, whatever, in the Dallas Fort. I sat in the chair, and I remember he shot the video. One of my videographers at that time, he was a professional one, and I was sweating. Like this didn't just come on me. And he was like, I can't even use this video. I got my makeup done. I bought a new suit.
Because you were just
and sweating? He was like, you're just like literally. And I didn't know I was sweating in the chair, but I was so like I'm still till today camera shy. I have to actually forget that these cameras are here today.
Yeah,
believe it or not.
Right?
Yeah,
but you did forget.
Yeah, I did. So
it's just us hanging out.
I know, right? So but at the end of the day, it's a growth process, and nothing went viral. I've learned that I have to do certain things, like I have to share it with other people and say, hey, can you share my stuff? Can you share my stuff? And you have to engage with other people as well. Before I really wasn't engaging. I really wasn't liking that much. Now I'm engaging, I'm liking, I'm commenting. So it's a, you know,
So
and
sharing with other
Instagram
people
likes what I do too right
Yes.
now. And
Okay.
even though I'm saying this is a $60,000 kitchen, I actually got dinged on. Speaking of the hijab, let's go back for a second. I did a video on TikTok, and it came on TikTok. It's on my Instagram too. It says, "This is for the short kings."
Oh yeah, I saw that.
All right. And some girl messaged me and she said, you're, you know, this is not how you represent the Muslim community. This is flirtatious of you. And, you know, if I was you, I would take this down, blah, blah. And how is me saying short kings flirtatious? I don't know. My videography guided me to say it, but it was like a cabinet that it goes up and it pops up.
The white ones, I remember. What does that mean, short kings? Just like short, cutie guys that, you know?
I don't know.
Is that like a term?
My videographer told me to say
I'm
it.
not cool. I don't know.
Neither
what
am
that
I.
means.
I mean, I don't know. My kids say words that I don't even understand.
What does short kings mean?
Oh, you want me to say it now?
Yeah.
I was going to explain it after. But short kings is, I mean, it's just people who are...
Like small man
like
syndrome?
5'9" and under is basically what it is.
But they're kings.
But it's not
Called
flirtatious.
short kings. So short kings is just a more positive, instead of...
Okay, so that's not, what's wrong with
It's
that?
a more positive way of saying...
Okay.
People who are
Well, thank you
short.
for clarifying that.
Hopefully
she sees that
challenged
definition.
people, basically.
So, but anyways, you know,
But
it,
it got traction? Did it
did.
get traction
It
because of that?
did. It actually did. And then it's always
So
the
little
things,
controversial statements, you know,
but it's always the
quote-unquote
things that
That's
I
what it
don't
does.
feel like everybody, because I wear the hijab, it goes for me and against me, so, you guys.
Because there's expectations.
Because
there.
I was standing in front of a masjid and I was wearing abaya.
I remember this too in Valley Ranch.
And my abaya was going up and down, but I was wearing a skirt, like, and it was like kind of a midi skirt, but it wasn't supposed to go open, fly open, but it was windy that day. And then I got bashed so bad. I didn't even know. So I just started getting on TikTok, but I got bashed so bad. I woke up in the morning and it was like, your ankles are showing and you're not a representation. Stop using the mosque to get business. And I was like, oh my God. So I was like to my brother, what is going on? And he was like, turn off the comments. And so it goes for me and against me. Like, so I have to hold myself. I need to, when I put my hijab on in the morning, I need to know that like, there's people, and I don't wear it right. I'll be honest with you.
With great power comes great responsibility,
You know,
basically.
I don't wear it 100% right. It's a work in
Yes.
process every day. I try to be as modest as I can, but sometimes I'm just like, whatever. No one's going to look at that, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you know, I try to do the best as I can without looking.
To wear this hijab is your personal choice.
Yeah, it's
I want to know, what is
And
it?
I'm very stylish too. So
You're very stylish. You're
Well,
very
I've always
stylish.
wanted to model, but my dad said you can model with your head off your body when I was little. So I mean, it was a passion of mine that I always wanted to come into play. So I feel like sometimes I'm you know, getting up and getting dressed, and I'm telling you, it's
You're
a mindset
celebrating
thing.
your
Every
beauty.
day that I get up and I get dressed right, I
Yes.
have a good day.
Yes.
But if I'm sluggish and I'm like, the other day I put on my jogging pants and my hoodie, I felt I was comfortable, but you just feel sluggish. You just feel
I saw we have a girl Snapchat thing, whatever, and I saw a post of her just, you know, in her hijab off with her hair. And I was like, I looked at her and I swear I paused and I was just staring at her. I'm like, mashallah. I mean, you from homely girl to sitting in this chair, like
you're so sweet.
always
Yeah.
just very classy and elegant, and you carry yourself, mashallah, so well. I mean, it's beautiful.
Alhamdulillah. I mean, it's been a work in progress, and you know,
You can't please everyone.
the hijab is not from. I know you asked me this question. It's not from, you know, a fashion statement or from. I chose to put it on when I was 26 years old, and it was a decision that I made because I had 3 girls at that time. And I wanted better representation for them. Like I wanted them to know, like every time that we do go out, I wanted to symbolize that I am a walking Muslim woman. You know, I believe in our culture very much, in our religion as well. And again, I know I'm not the best representation of it, but I try to do better every day. And my kids actually remind me now, like, don't do that, or don't say that, or so it's a blessing. Like we consistently remind each other. I always tell them, I'm like, you know, let's try and remind each other to pray better, or pray on time, or. You know, there's paths in your religion, right? So, goes in and out. I don't think anybody stays head on strong all the way up to the top.
Well, I just wanted to let you know that you are one of the very few women in my life that I really look up to.
When it comes to work-life balance, I've noticed that what is a day in the life of Linda? How important is it for you to have a routine, and what is your routine like?
Tell us about your routine.
My day is gonna stress y'all out.
Us?
Yeah.
Right?
So my day in my life is I wake up at 4:30 and I put on my gym clothes, wash my face with really cold water, brush my teeth, and head out to the gym. I go boxing. I box from 5 to 6 most days of the week. And then I come home, take a shower, and then I already know what I'm gonna cook. I have to cook in the morning. I don't care what I'm doing during the day, but that needs to be knocked out before 9 a.m., right?
You hear this? This is why I need to ask her, because I want to know the secret to the success of all this.
Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead.
So I know what I'm going to cook from the day before. I have my meat prepared. I have, or I'll come in through whatever, Whole Foods or whatever. In the morning, I'll have it delivered in the morning. And
Do you get your groceries delivered though?
No, not all the time. I mean, I have a 19-year-old.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
it
right.
doesn't
You
work.
send her. Okay.
Not just that. I mean, I grocery shop probably 80% of the time because they buy
Yeah.
junk, but I know what I know what I'm cooking during the week. Right?
Yeah.
And like this morning, I worked out and then I cooked already, and then I headed out to my appointment in Wiley. I took the kids to school. Go back, let's real quickly. Put the meat on the oven. It needs like an hour and a half, 2 hours to cook. Right. Take the kids, go pick them up, get them ready, take them to school, come back. I'm almost wrapping that up, finish cleaning the rest of the house, just tidying up, doing laundry, stuff like that. You can't talk to me between 6 and 9 in the morning. And then I go wake up my sweet husband. Coffee's ready, food's cooked, house is clean, and I
What a lucky
jumped out
dude.
of the shower and I'm ready to go to work and start my day. My kids are in school, start the day. And I have a routine in the house where the kids do help out. I mean, obviously,
Yeah, the
like
girls.
I'll wash the laundry, throw it on the couch. My oldest comes down, folds it. The other ones put it away. The other ones put the dishes away. But I'm the main cycle
I think
mover.
that might be one of the things that I admire most about you. Your hustle, absolutely. The amount of real estate you sell, how your business is such a priority, what a hard worker you are, all of that. But I love how you're raising your girls, mashallah. They're being raised the way that we were raised.
Yeah.
That they have to do their part in the house.
They keep telling
have
me,
to know how
why
to
don't we
cook
have
and
a
to clean.
cleaning lady once a week? And I'm like,
You're the cleaning lady.
because you're the cleaning lady.
Yeah. Because my kids are entitled little shits.
Not even
and
that.
I'm so afraid that they're not going to know how to do anything.
That's the
Alia,
thing is,
I have to I'm like, get in the kitchen and wash the dishes. But that's my fault.
Yeah.
You are teaching them. And I learned that you reinforce that for me. And I have to be better about that.
Just leave her with me for a few days and I'll boot camp her.
Please, yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, Nuda puts away her laundry, the dishes.
Yeah.
She does a lot in the house, vacuums the stairs. They keep up with the house with me. I always tell them, it takes a village.
Yeah.
I can't do this by myself. If you guys want to continue to have the things that you have and live a lifestyle that you guys are doing, then it takes mommy and daddy to both work, and you guys need to help us.
So would you say, would it be fair to say that in order to have this balanced lifestyle, because I feel like this is very balanced, it looks like you have a great home life, and I know that you and your husband do take the time to date each other still, right? I mean,
we try.
You try. It's always a work in progress.
You know what? We slip in whatever we can. It's always not on the calendar. That's something maybe that we need to get better at. But even just a drive to Dunkin' Donuts, just to go grab coffee. Like, hey, let's go for a ride real quickly. But once he gets home at 7, he's out from 9 to 7.
Yeah,
Gets home at 7.
That's a long day.
Kids. I mean, he works hard as well too.
Yeah.
And so kids are showered, homework is done, house is clean. What do you want to eat?
Yeah.
And then I just can't cook. If I didn't get the food done by 9, 10 in the morning, I can't start cooking at 2, 3. It just doesn't work for me.
No, because you've got a million.
I'm picking up at
phone
3
calls,
o'clock. And then I need to be available for showings if somebody's trying to see a house at 5 o'clock.
So is it fair to say that waking up at 4:30 allows you to have this balance?
Yes, I actually hate it every day that I wake up. I never want to wake up. I never want to work out. But anything you don't like to do, you need to do it because that is what's going to make you successful. Honestly, that's what I have to say. Everything I did not like to do, that's what actually made me successful.
I love it.
What time do you go to bed?
That's so perfect.
10.
That's so perfect.
10:30.
And lastly, this show is about it's called the Balance Broker for a reason, and it's about balancing, work and life, kid life, home life, friendships, your health, super, super important. Obviously, you work out almost daily. You cook, you eat home cooked meals. I mean, that's amazing. And you're also the one who drops off your kids and picks them up for school. It's a beautiful thing. But what does success in real estate look like to you? First of all, do you feel like you are a real estate successful in real estate? And what does that look like to you?
Being successful means that I can manage my time, to be able to raise my kids. They still need to be raised. I can't just leave them. I like to bring them on showings with me whenever I can. Last week I showed a house. I'm like, let's all get in the car. I'll get you guys a drink. They all whined and kicked all the way there, and what was it? There's always a holiday.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let's get in the car. Just being able to have the time to do the things I still need to do in order to keep my family healthy and functioning the way that I've always dreamed of. I need them to be good women. That's important for me. Success is not always about money. Success is more about freedom, and also, being able to use this business to invest in stuff to continue to maybe push away from this business a little bit. Maybe just only work by referrals, not to continue to do my videos, because I don't want to keep doing those videos. And I'm running out of clothes. This is ridiculous.
But you keep bringing deals, and then you can buy more clothes.
You can buy more clothes for the videos.
I know. It's and so, that right there, just freedom, and then also being able to use this money to apply it to investments to create financial freedom.
Yeah,
right?
for your family.
For the family, yeah. So, that is, sky's the limit, honestly, at the end of the day. And my dad taught us that when we were little. I watched, and the cooking comes from my dad.
Yeah.
So, going back down is I lost my mom when I was 11 years old. And my dad had 7 children at the age of 34, 35.
That's crazy.
And he would cook before he went to work.
Oh.
I swear to God. He would make makluba and put towels around it, and then it would still be hot.
When you got home.
And he went to the store where
that's so crazy. Our dad was the cook in our family.
Really?
Your dad was the cook in your family.
Yeah.
I feel like someone else said that recently too. They had these strong.
After my mom passed, he was forced to cook.
Yeah.
So,
that's crazy. But that's a great tip though. Cook
before
before everyone wakes up.
If you just know what you're gonna make, that's half the job.
Yeah.
And you just get that out of the way. Whether you even just set everything in the crock pot, that's just it's.
You just don't know if you're gonna have the energy by the end of the day after you're done showing
when you pick up the
properties.
kids, I don't know about your guys' kids.
Yeah.
Mine are like, what did you make?
Yes.
I'm starving.
Mine are just like that.
Yeah.
So it's
I have to cook for my kids.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay. Now we can wrap it up. Thank you. So I feel like we can sit here and talk for hours and hours and hours. Okay, so we'll grab coffee and we'll do this again. This is this is not the end all be all. I feel like we definitely have to there's so many things that we need to dive into. Yeah. But thank you so much for taking the time out of your super busy life to be here. It means so much to us.
Thank you guys for having me.
And like I said before,
I felt like I was going to some sort of celebrity thing today.
Oh, stop it!
We really appreciate you. We look up to you. We respect you. We love working with you. And thank you we're so blessed to have met you.
For being a symbol of woman empowerment in our culture, in our religion.
Yes. It's really
it's a beautiful thing for us.
We talk about you all the time, Michelle. We do. We're like, little Linda,
yeah.
So we really respect you. So.
Love you. Thanks for being here.
Thank you guys. I love you guys.